25th, 9:47 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 2.
What do you think that picture's of with the bridge in the background and the sunset?
It's a picture that says, "Welcome to Insanity!"
Kind of reminds me of Ocarina of Time, their bridge scene. The Link leaves.
And it looks
Kakua.
it looks too cowboy for that.
Leaves the
Kokiri.
yeah.
It looks too cowboy for that.
He leaves the little kid village anyway.
It looks too cowboy for that.
You said that already.
Yeah, it looks cowboy though. In my mind, that's the whole conversation that went between those two police officers.
This is the defendant lobby, all right.
And
But
the
there's
guy
no
on the couch.
defendant. I've been trying to reach Lana all morning. Where could she be?
Did she die of a heart attack?
And where's Emma?
She
For that
definitely died of a
matter.
heart attack.
This almost seems as if...
Something's been happening behind the scenes.
Edward just said it like
Edward!
dramatic for no reason.
Did I spook you, Mr. Wright? Knowing you've already figured it out. Who the owner of the 7777777 ID number is, that is.
Well, I have a pretty strong hunch. Looks like I'm not the only one who's figured it out.
You know, the only reason this trial didn't reach a verdict yesterday is because there was still room for doubt regarding this ID record. If that number does belong to whom you suspect, then no doubt will remain. After all, he hasn't been officially charged with anything.
True, not yet.
In any event, once all doubt has been removed from that list, I can call for a ruling. 5 minutes, Wright, and Chief Prosecutor Skye will be found guilty.
But she didn't do it!
I figured you'd say as much. That's why I came here, to hear what you have to say.
This is the first time he's ever done something like this. Lana's hiding something. The only way we'll ever know the truth is to draw it out of her.
The truth.
Everything goes back to the SL9 incident.
Don't be stupid. Today is the last day of the trial. We don't have time to reminisce about the past.
That depends on you. If she's found guilty, you'll lose your only chance to find out what really happened.
I'll think about it. See you in court, Wright?
This is it. If I'm ever going to find out what Chief Yant has on her, it's now.
February 25th, 10 in the morning, District Court, courtroom number 9.
First I thought the dialogue was referring to Chief Yant as her, and I was confused.
Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Lana Skye.
Josh has been sleepy today.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
The prosecution stands ready, Your Honor.
Normally, this is when the prosecution puts forth its opening statement. But before that, the police chief has a proposal to make.
Chief Yant.
Morning, folks. How's everyone doing? Hey, Udgy. Been back to the pool yet?
No, I've been drowning enough as it is in my work.
Oh, that's a good one. Don't think I can top that.
If you don't mind me asking, Chief, what exactly is this proposal of yours?
Lana, that is to say, the defendant, has asked me if she could speak directly to the court.
She wants to do what?
Having heard what she intends to say, I feel she should be granted her request. In the end, it should save everyone a lot of time and trouble.
What's this all about, defendant? I'd like to make one simple request, and this will be finished.
She turned French.
I don't know.
Well, then, what's your request?
Your Honor, I'd like you to put an immediate end to this trial.
Huh?
I confess to all charges against me. On February 21st of this year, I murdered Detective Bruce Goodman in the underground parking lot of the prosecutor's office.
No, Lana! You can't! Your Honor, the defendant's claim does not change the defense's plea.
In that case, Mr. Wright, I no longer require your services.
But Lana!
Your Honor, I hereby forfeit my right to an attorney.
Can't Peanuts just claim that he's now at one cop's attorney to just keep the trial going?
The guy who says her.
Yeah.
Meekins?
Yeah.
He's already been proven innocent, though.
Oh yeah, just
The prosecution may lack direct evidence against me, but it has sufficiently proven its case through testimony and circumstantial evidence. I would like you to render your verdict now, if you please,
Well, the defendant certainly has the right to self-representation. The request is legally valid, although it is an unprecedented situation. Indeed, it appears there's no further need to continue this trial. You
You hear a pin drop.
Even if Mr. Wright may feel otherwise,
this can't be happening.
it appears the time for the verdict has arrived. This court finds the defendant.
One moment, Your Honor.
Mr. Edgeworth!
The prosecution has not yet proven the defendant guilty beyond reasonable doubt. Any ruling at this stage would certainly be premature.
Come on now, Worthy. I understand this is a difficult time for you, but why don't you just be a good little boy and keep your mouth shut?
I don't think I care for your tone, Chief Gant.
What?
Creating another fabrication to cover up your past mistakes. Sorry, but I'm no longer the naive little boy you would have me be. I've revoked my membership in the Mickey Mouse Club. With this sudden confession from the defendant, It's obvious to me that some kind of deal was struck behind the scenes.
Some kind of deal, Not everyone operates as you do, Worthy.
I thought so.
I thought so too.
Your Honor, the prosecution would like to change its first witness.
Oh? To?
As its first witness, the prosecution would like to call Ms. Emma Skye. I request the court hears her testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, I am exercising my right to self-representation. I don't think we need to continue the... I don't care what you think, Ms. Skye. The exposure of truth sometimes results in tragedy. However, no matter how tragic the truth may be, it would be an even greater tragedy to avert one's eyes from it.
Okay, the court shall grant the prosecution's request. That's okay with you, right, Chief Gant, whatever your name is?
Worthy, you'll live to regret this. Mark my words.
Ms. Emma Skye, please take the stand.
Looks like Edgeworth has decided to take the horse by the reins. Emma Skye's a whore.
What?
I paused there. It just sounds like Phoenix hates her for no reason.
Well, she hates him.
Well, I guess that's true. She wants to murder everyone or something. But still.
Now then, witness, please state your name and occupation.
My name is Emma Skye. My occupation, I'm Alana's sister, her little sister, and I want to be a scientific investigator.
2 years ago, you encountered the serial killer Joe Dark of the Joe Dark killings. Is this correct?
Yes. I'm trying my hardest to forget about that though.
I'm sorry, but I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to recall those events one more time.
Mr. Edgeworth, please remember that this trial concerns the murder of Detective Goodman. Is an incident that was resolved 2 years ago really all that relevant?
Yes, it most certainly is.
Well, okay then.
He sure gave in fast.
Now, please testify about what happened to you 2 years ago.
The trip to yesteryear has finally begun. It's bound to lead to the truth behind this trial.
Phoenix is so dramatic in his thoughts.
Who isn't?
I was waiting in my sister's office the day. A meantime running in and took my hostage. The marshal scared me. But I'll never forget what I saw in that instant. The man raised up his knife and stabbed Mr. Marshall in the chest.
It's a good thing you weren't harmed.
I passed out, I don't remember.
Okay. However, please tell me, Mr. Edgeworth, what does this testimony have to do with Detective Goodman's murder?
That will soon become apparent, Your Honor.
You've got to admire him for his courage, considering he has no evidence.
Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination.
"2 years ago, the defendant was a detective at the police department, correct?"
Yes, she was second in the command in the department as Police Chief Grant. My sister, she was the best detective ever.
Okay, I remember. Deputy Chief Gant and Miss Sky used to be quite the pair.
I believe they shared the same office.
That's right. I do sit by my sister's desk. I dream about playing the organ. I wanted to play it that day too.
The police department and the prosecutor's office held a ceremony that day.
Luna promised to take me to the dinner after she finished the work.
How would they understand this testimony?
Whoever's in charge of like the typing is probably like crying.
"Hey, man."
Yes, Joe Dark. He was a serial killer.
Joe Dark was brought in for questioning on the day of the ceremony. We were desperate to get anything on him that would lead to an arrest.
When he saw his chance, he fled the room. Right?
Upon fleeing the room, Dark proceeded to take the elevator. He must have been in a panic because the elevator was going up. Then he ran into Sky and Gant's office.
There was a lot of noise coming in from outside, so I opened the door to have a look. That's when I saw him.
What was the prosecutor doing there?
That day, there were 2 people present during Dark's questioning. Deputy Chief Damon Gant and Prosecutor Neil Marshall.
Almost forgot about Gant.
Neil Marshall had just received the King of Prosecutors Award. Young and dedicated, he went straight to the questioning room after the ceremony.
I assume that would be why he was first to run after Doc.
When Doc read me, I thought I was good as dead.
And that's when the prosecutor Marshall came running in.
I don't know, I don't remember what happened then.
Can you tell us about that?
Mr. Marshall jumped on Dark. Just then, the lights went out.
The lights.
It was just about this time of year. There was a terrible storm going on, and lightning had struck nearby.
So the electricity went out.
Wait a minute! If it was pitch dark in that room, you shouldn't have been able to see anything, right?
Right, but just then, lightning flashed again outside. Then sudden flash left an unforgettable image in the scene in my mind. I see. I told the detective about what I saw then.
The detective?
Yeah, Detective Goodman. He was in charge of the case.
Detective Bruce Goodman, the victim. So you spoke with Detective Goodman about this 2 years ago?
Yes, that's what's so scary about this trial.
And you told Detective Goodman about what you saw?
Yes, but At the time, my words just wouldn't come out. That's the way I drew a picture.
She didn't know how to speak English.
Picture. Yes, I think she mentioned that before.
Well, Mr. Wright, have you heard enough?
This picture the witness drew, I believe it has a very important meaning.
But the list of evidence I was given 2 years ago didn't contain a picture.
Witness, would you mind if we added this statement to your testimony?
Yes, Your Honor, I would mind.
To read that. You drew a picture of the
You
scene.
can't inspect it, though.
You drew a picture of the scene. You witnessed.
I didn't mean to throw you off that much, though.
Yes, I wanted to do everything I could do with the investigation. I can still see it now, whenever I close my eyes.
That's strange. I took over the case after Prosecutor Marshall died. Yet I never received any picture. Perhaps the witness is mistaken.
But I did try it, I swear. I'm not just imagining it.
This picture that Emma drew. That reminds me. Guess I should check the evidence again.
Well, anyway, let's continue. This scene that imprinted an image inside your mind. Can you please describe it to us?
The man.
Is that the picture she drew?
Yeah.
The picture is drawn on the back of the evidence list. Magic marker. Got a very bad feeling about this. It's not really an objection, though. Mr. Edgeworth! The little girl put all her heart into drawing that picture. The little girl. And yet, you would insist on denying its existence.
Huh? Hey, I'm not the bad guy. All I'm saying is that as the prosecutor for that case, I wasn't handed such a picture. What fell in the background of the courtroom?
That may well be. But that doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Behold!
This is the evidence list for the SL9 incident.
Please turn it over, Your Honor.
Turn it over. Turn it. Oh! What's this?
Yes, what is that?
Hey, this is the picture I drew.
Indeed, two men appear to be wrestling here.
What's the meaning of this? What are you doing with that list?
Me?
Only the prosecutor in charge of that case should have access to that list.
Oh? These lists, they're different from each other.
What?
It would appear, Mr. Edgeworth, that the evidence list you were handed 2 years ago was incomplete. These two lists fit together to form one. You can see the marks here.
where they were torn apart from each other.
You just have lunch, Your Honor.
I'm always eating after court and
So-
before.
So you see, Mr. Edgeworth, it's quite obvious what happened 2 years ago. Only half the evidence in that case ever reached you.
What? What?
Order! Order! But Miss Sky, why did you draw your picture on the back of such an important list?
Well, he does show up at the restaurants. Judge, no, order! Order!
Yeah.
Those staff don't take his order.
In my mind, the judge just, whenever he's not in the courtroom, he's eating.
It's like, order! Order! I would like a lobster, please.
Because it's what the Detective Goodman handed me in the questioning room, Your Honor.
Wait a minute. If this list was torn in half, then that means... Your Honor!
Are you alright, Mr. Wright? Your eyes are bulging from your head.
If the evidence list was torn in half, then there might have been more of the drawing on the back of Mr. Edgeworth's list.
This is quite conceivable, Mr. Edgeworth.
It's possible. Let's see.
Why do you sound like a car? Is something wrong?
Do you even have to ask?
Sorry, Your Honor.
Do you even have to ask?
Kate Marshall's rubbing off on Phoenix Wright. There is indeed something drawn on the back of my list. It's that thing!
Brings a tear to my eye. That's that thing. That thing that was dancing so beautifully in the evidence room.
Clearly, this is an act of vandalism and the work of a certain chief of detectives.
I guess he was out of scrap paper.
Who do we think drew it on there?
Edgeworth accused the chief of detectives,
Who's chief of detectives?
creator of the Blue Badger, and in our world, Yanni Yogi.
Oh, yeah.
Very well, witness. Will you please testify about this picture you drew 2 years ago?
Oh, he saw you, Your Honor.
What's wrong with Emma? She seemed to be thinking about something when she was looking at that picture.
Phoenix himself couldn't bring himself to save the Blue Badger. When she was looking at that picture.
This is the picture I drew 2 years ago today. The flash of lightning was so bright. All I could see were the shadows. After that, I must have fainted. This picture shows exactly what I saw that instant. To think that a flash of lightning could burn such an image in your mind. It's just astonishing.
Thanks to that, though, she was able to show us exactly what she saw.
Well, I don't see any contradictions here. This clearly shows Joe Duck about to murder prosecutor Neil Marshall. That offense may begin its cross-examination.
Mason.
I was just about to burp, then got another line, so I had to get there.
The height of professionalism.
You've at least tried to edit these out.
No, why would I bother doing that? They're better to leave it in.
I think the blue badger was there. That's my guess. Did you draw this picture right after the incident?
I think I drew it like 2 or 3 days later. At the first, I was in such a state of shock I couldn't do anything.
During that time, the investigation team was reorganized. Detective Goodman was placed in charge, under the direction of Damon Gant and Lana Skye.
2 or 3 days later, memories should still have been fresh in our mind.
Excuse me, witness. But can you please tell us why this picture is painted all black?
So at the time, you didn't even know it was Mr. Marshall who had come to rescue you.
No, I couldn't see him clearly. The lightning is so bright. I was knocked to the floor.
You were knocked to the floor?
Poor kitty type gripped on me, but when Mr. Marshall jumped on him, I was knocked away. He turned around, and there was a lightning flash.
Poor Emma. I'm just glad she wasn't hurt.
Sure he really cares. Called her a horse.
What's happened after the lightning flash?
The judge needs to talk.
I imagine.
You mean you didn't see the actual murder take place?
No! I'm sorry.
The flash of lightning only drove off the darkness for a split second. Not only that, but the trauma of the situation understandably caused the witness to faint. Do you really need to torture this girl any further?
He's the one who brought us up.
What? Hey, I'm not the bad guy here.
Anyway, this picture.
That's strange. She claims this is exactly the scene that was imprinted in her mind. And yet, there's clearly a contradiction here.
Guessing the fact that the knife isn't sharp at the